of a sudden, whoo, it is cold here in Texas, and it's cold all throughout the entire country. We have just been slammed, ladies and gentlemen, and all we can say is, if you need assistance, email us, please. We're having a very hard time returning phone calls to you out there. You know, I think we had an upset gentleman and it took over 48 hours to get back, and we were just like, hey man, nothing personal, okay? But please, we are getting parts out the same day that they are being ordered. We are staying on top of that for sure, because there are so many of you out there that this is your only heat source that you have. And we are making sure that you don't have to, you don't have to sit and suffer any longer than necessary. Keep in mind the shipping times, okay? We ship once a day, and we have to have our shipments ready to go by 2 p.m. If by chance you are looking for something to be overnighted, we can do it. But it has to be early in the day in order for us to drop it off for overnight shipping. Understand, overnight, boy, they are just raking us over the coals for those fees nowadays. But today I want to show you something that is one of the worst case scenarios for troubleshooting a failing stove. Okay, matter of fact, we've had two of the exact same situation in the last 2 or 3 weeks, okay? And I'll show you here what we have. Okay, many of you might recognize your wiring harness, okay? This is the entire wiring harness that your motherboard ends up hooking into, alrighty? This situation that we've had on both of these clients right here, one of these clients dropped their stove off to us due to the fact that this is one of the hardest situations to troubleshoot that you could potentially have, okay? And that is when you have a stove that's over 30 years old, your original wires and wiring harness become extremely brittle. Right here where these wires connect into the pins, let me show you here. Okay, see how the wires connect to the pins? Those get to the point to where all you have to do is just barely move them this way or that way and they snap off, okay? This right here, it's marked with a green tag, and you can see here that this is the blue wire that is designed to mount right to the board like so. Take a look here, blue wire, same situation, okay? And the blue wire is connected to this long casing here. See this long casing? And this is obviously, since I've had two in 3 weeks, this wire is one of the first ones that you're going to want to check, but it really doesn't matter because all of them over time sit and vibrate, and you clean your stove, you change out parts and so forth. And if you drop your motherboard down, you have to take the 2 screws out here in order to access the motherboard, to remove it, to replace it, to repair it, to upgrade the EEPROM, and yada, yada, yada. Like I was saying earlier, this gentleman, he could not troubleshoot with me online through email. We pretty much covered every single thing that you possibly could in order to figure out what's going on with this stove. Now, the other gentleman here, he shipped us his stove when somebody ships me a stove, that normally means I don't have a technician in my state, in my county, in my city, in order to assist me, or I don't have the ability to do it myself. And that pretty much puts you into a situation that if by chance your stove has a problem that is almost impossible to locate, which is like this customer here, we're just going to say this is the gentleman that dropped it off. When I receive it, what I do is I literally pull all the parts off the stove, the auger motor, convection fan, combustion fan, the air sensor. I eliminate all of the components so I can inspect each one, make sure there's not a dead short. And normally when that happens, if your fuse is changed and it still acts dead, it's really kind of a bad situation, because that means that one of your electronics, your mother or your user board is fried due to the fact that it grounded out, and it was such a large short that when it popped the fuse, it still was able to reach the electronics and create damage. This gentleman here, he was blowing fuses. He would just change his fuse, he would turn it on and pop, okay? That right there automatically tells me that obviously it's a grounded wire, a wire touching the metal part of the body, or a component is dead shorting out. I'm showing you this because if by chance you are a do-it-yourselfer and you can change out any component and you can look for wires that are loose or whatever, when it is damaged here at the motherboard bracket, that is almost like the last place that customers will look. So I'm bringing this to everybody's attention that if by chance your stove starts blowing fuses, or, and this is a bad situation here, but it's happened recently, where you send us your electronics, we find that one of your components is blown when we put it on our test station, we sell you a new part, electronics part. Now, a lot of this doesn't settle very well with a lot of you out there, but understand where we're coming from. If we sell you a new part and you put it on your stove and you have a dead short or a wire grounding out and you blow that electronic, unfortunately, we can't take it back. You know, we're just not in a position to where we can give you new parts and take back damaged parts. So what you'll have to do is you'll either have to take that part and have us repair it, or you're going to have to buy another part. And we will, you know, we're trying to work with everybody here, so we will give you some credit for that blown part. Okay, this wire, brown wire right here, is broken under the shrink wrap. That makes this very, very, very difficult. And matter of fact, it took me, I don't know, probably at least an hour in order to find this broken wire when I was testing it. And I can tell you, if the wiring harness is still in your stove, it's mental confusion to most. And you remove the entire harness like so, and you put it out on your bench or on your table or whatever. You can then inspect both sides, because these are double pins. So you got wires on this side and you have wires on this side. This is a wiring harness here that I pulled out of my boneyard, and it actually looked like it was going to be a good wiring harness until the wire popped right out of the shrink wrap. See it? Okay. So, I mean, and this is a perfect example that these wiring harnesses in your stoves today are so brittle. They're all on the verge of breaking, okay? And I hate touching wiring harnesses for this reason right here. Replacing a 30-plus-year-old wiring harness is probably in one's best interest to eliminate any future problems, because I kid you not, all you have to do is change out a component, get inside of the stove in order to clean it, move the wires around this way or that way. And this situation here that just happened was just me picking it up, turning it around, and looking at it, and the wire broke. These we have to make. These are not for sale anywhere out there, so we have to make them. We have to buy the individual parts, the pins. We have to solder them all together. And Julie is actually going to sit down one of these days real soon, because we are out completely of brand new wiring harnesses. So I'm adding this to the video to show you what you can do to try to preserve your wiring harness before something does happen. This is a high temp clear silicone, 500 degrees. If you need a tube, you can write us. I'm not sure if we have it on Austroflamm. Oh, sorry, today's first day that it's actually down in the 30s and I'm having a hard time speaking. This might not be on our austroflammparts.com site yet, but Julie's in the works of getting it up, so you can email us and just say you need a tube. So what I'm doing here is I am taking the clear silicone and I am sealing this whole area up. This is going to help your wires stay in place. But by doing this, what this is going to do is it's going to help stabilize the wires from breaking off. Now, by doing this, this is a one-time fix. You are not going to more than likely be able to get in there and change out any pins or send the wiring harness to me in order to repair. Once you do this, so as you can see there, it's now all sealed on this side, okay? And I'm going to flip it over because it is double pinned. And now we're going to do this side. Really get it down in there between the wires to adhere them together so that they help support one another. Wow, this silicone is cold. Just make sure you put on enough so it really grabs those wires so they can't wiggle and break off of the connector. And there you go. Now there's one other thing that I didn't point out to you, and that is I zip tied the wires together to stop them from flopping back and forth and side to side, which is what is going to create the wire from breaking the pin. So what I'm doing here is I'm stabilizing everything with the zip tie. I'm siliconing everything, both sides, all the wires together. And this is going to help it to last, and it's going to help it to make the journey and the reinstallation of all of his parts and his harness to where no further damage is going to occur. Okay, so there's just a little something that you guys can do at any time. Again, all you have to do is, look in when you're facing the stove on the right hand side, whether it's a freestand behind the back panel, or if it's an insert, just go ahead and pull your insert out. And on the right hand side, you're going to go ahead and you're going to see the motherboard harness and shield here. And just take the 2 screws out, drop it down, and then while it's down, go ahead and I use high temp on everything that has to do with heat. Well, I want to show you guys here the silicone setup. And I just want to let you guys see the silicone on there. It's all dry now. You cannot move these wires. These wires are not going anywhere. So here is your fix. We'll call it a preemptive strike, okay, for all you military out there. Doing this to your wiring harness is going to save you a lot of headache, a lot of downtime, and a lot of money. So, just a quick tip from Off-Grid Stoves and More of Texas. Okay, so if you need help or assistance, please email us. Julie and I, we are doing everything we can to keep up with the mad rush. So please have patience with us during these holidays. You have to watch our video first things first. And I'll put it up here and I'll put the link in the description. Please watch it because you have to have a starting point in order to begin with that will help me determine where to go in regards to the issues that you're having. If you need any parts and you already got it figured out as to what you need, Austroflammparts.com or RikaParts.com. Then you can go on there, you can order everything. We will normally get it out the same day, depending on how late in the day that it is. If it's after 2 o'clock, it will be the next day. We're here to help. We will get you up and running, guaranteed. Stay safe out there. Peace. Looking for quality parts for the Austroflamm, Rika, Premio, Vizio, and more? Visit our new e-commerce site at Austroflammparts.com or RikaParts.com. Thank you for your support.